إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن بالله ونشكره ونعوذ من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا عبد الله ورسوله وصفيه وخليله أدى الأمانة بلغ الرسالة ونصح لهذه الأمة وجاهد في الله حتى توفاه ربه فصلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وكل من اهتدى بهداهم واستنى بسنتهم وقتفى أثرهم إلى يوم الجزاء والدين. My dear brothers, I want to talk today about an aspect which is practical one. I want to talk today about the way Muslims should dress. I want to talk about whether we should neglect our appearance and the way we look like and only focus on our hearts, only work on our hearts. Or we need to take care of our appearance in the same way as we take care of our hearts. I want to talk about whether we should buy big brands, nice clothes, or we should just be content with whatever comes on, even cheap clothing. To these questions, Islam has an answer. And Islam has an answer to all aspects of one's life. All aspects of this worldly life, Islam has an answer to them. For those who understand Islam as being just it's a religion of prayer and fasting, their understanding is wrong. Islam is a religion of fasting and prayer. However, Islam is also a religion of that govern and that should govern every aspect of one's life. That should govern every aspect of the Muslim life. From the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you go to bed, there is a guidance on how you should live that moment. From all aspects of your life, there is a guidance in Islam about how you should live them. Every action, every movement that you do in your day, there is a guidance in Islam. We have not neglected a single thing in this book. So, going back to our topic, going back to the clothing topic, there are two misconceptions, there are two misunderstandings. One extreme is those who think that Islam is the religion of the heart and we should completely neglect the appearance. We shouldn't take care of our appearance, we shouldn't waste money and time on our clothing, on the way we dress and the way we should look like. This is one understanding, this is one extreme. And on the other extreme, on the opposite side, you find those who think that we have been created for the sake of taking care of ourselves. That we have been created to spend money and time on our appearance, on the way we should dress, on the way our hair should look like before leaving our doorstep. And both extremes, both understandings are reprehensible. Both understandings are wrong. Islam is the religion of the just middle. Islam is the just middle between those who will, straight from waking up in the morning, straight from their bed with their pajamas, leave their doorstep, and those who will spend hours and hours in front of the mirror, trying to match colors, trying to see how their hair should look like, trying to follow the latest trends, the latest brands, the latest whatever it is. Islam is the just middle between these two understandings. Islam is also the just middle between those who will spend a huge amount of money on their clothing, changing them very frequently, and those who think that you can keep the same t-shirt for 20 years as long as it's wearable. There's nothing wrong with keeping clothes for a long period of time, but there's nothing as well wrong with taking care of oneself. There's nothing as well wrong of wanting to look nice, taking care of our appearance. Islam is also the just middle between those who will spend a huge amount of time trying to do their hair, trying to do this before they leave their doorstep. And those who will straight from their bed with their pajamas, leave their doorsteps without taking care of themselves. So both understanding and both extremes are wrong. So what is the right attitude? What is the right way of dressing in Islam? What is how we should be dealing with this topic? The right attitude is the just middle between these two extremes. The right middle is the right way, and the right attitude is the just middle between these two extremes. There's nothing wrong with buying nice clothes. There is nothing wrong with wanting to have brands, with wanting to spend money to look nice. But you should understand that this is not the purpose for which you have been created. You should understand that the appearance is just a way so that you represent yourself properly, so that you represent yourself outside properly. But this is not the purpose for which you have been created. The right attitude is there's nothing wrong with buying big brands, with spending amount of money on the clothes. If it happens that you like them, if it happens that they suit you better, Allah wants to see the effect of His blessings on His servants. Inna Allah, He said, Inna Allah yuhibbu an yara athara ni'matihi ala 'abdihi. Allah has given you money. There's nothing wrong with wanting to spend some of that money on your clothes. When it becomes wrong is when you spend every single pound you get on the way you should look like, on your appearance, being obsessed by your appearance. Inna Allah yuhibbu an yara athara ni'matihi ala 'abdihi. He said, Allah loves to see the mark of His blessings on His servant. So Allah has given you money, has given you has opened you from His blessings. Then there's nothing wrong with wanting to wear nice clothes that will fit you better, that will show the blessing of Allah on yourself. The Prophet ﷺ also mentioned in a hadith that al-mu'min al-qawi khayrun wa ahabbu ila Allah min al-mu'min al-da'if wa fi kullin khayr. Prophet ﷺ he said in another hadith that the believer who is strong, healthy, taking care of his appearance, is most beloved to Allah than the believer who is weak, who is unhealthy. But in both there is goodness. In both there is goodness, definitely. We can't compare believer to non-believer. Prophet ﷺ said in Mu'min al-Qawi, the strong believer is better and more beloved to Allah than the weak one he's not looking healthy. His appearance is not looking nice. So in both believers there is a goodness. Clearly the Prophet ﷺ has said it. And we can't compare a believer, we can't compare someone who believes in Allah to any other person. But there is also in the hadith the Prophet ﷺ has mentioned that the believer who is strong is more beloved to Allah. So if it happens that by buying nice clothes, by showing the blessing of Allah on yourself, you will be stronger, then do it. There's nothing wrong with it. قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِينَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي أَخْرَجَ لِعِبَادِهِ وَالطَّيِّبَاتِ مِنَ الرِّزْقِ. Say, who has forbidden the blessings that Allah has given to His servants? The blessing that Allah has given to His servants. When we hear and when we talk about being detached from this worldly life, about working on our house, about giving an importance to our house, it doesn't mean that we should neglect completely our appearance. The two are not opposite. You can work on your house in the same manner and at the same time you can look nice. You can work on your heart, you can work on your taqwa, you can work on your faith and on your relationship with your Lord, to be close to your Lord, at the same time looking nice. The two are not opposites. And so many people, they confuse the fact that being detached from this worldly life with the fact that we should just neglect the material words of this worldly life. Allah He said it clear. قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِينَةَ اللَّهِ. Say, who has forbidden the blessings that Allah has made available to His servants. No. As long as it's lawful, as long as you are not committing that which is forbidden, then there is nothing wrong with wanting to have nice clothes. There is nothing wrong with owning a car that is nice. There is nothing wrong with spending time, spending money on your appearance, on your car, on the way your house looks inside. When it becomes wrong is when it becomes your purpose of life. It's when you spend every single minute that you have in your day trying to beautify yourself. When it becomes wrong is when you become obsessed by your appearance. It's when you go down to the store every week, trying to see the latest trends, trying to look at that program that will make you look nice, or trying to follow famous, whatever latest famous people who are on the web that will show you on how to look better or how to do this. This is not the purpose of your life. This is not that for which you have been created. You have been created to worship your Lord. But these are secondary tasks. These are secondary acts and activities that shouldn't be neglected. There's a misconception, there's a misunderstanding that that being detached from this worldly life means that we should just neglect the material and the blessings of this worldly life. This is wrong. Allah Azza wa Jalla has not forbidden these. He has given these blessings for us to be enjoying them. But at the same time, while enjoying them, we need to thank Him for what He has given us. And we need to remember that we have not been created solely to focus on these blessings, but we have been created so that we can worship Him. Use these as means to worship Him. So these are just a few comments on the way we should dress and the way we should look like in Islam. In a nutshell, we shouldn't be obsessed by our appearance. At the same time, we shouldn't neglect it. صلى الله عليه وسلم ينفعنا بما سمعنا وأن يعلمنا ما ينفعنا إنه ولي ذلك والقادر عليه.